how do you define health? Now, to me, it's really three things. It's energy, mental clarity, and stable moods. If you have those three things, you feel good, you can do the things you want to do, and that is health. Your body is like a house, and it has these rooms that we need to get to and unlock. We have the clear thinking room and the energy room and the mood room. To get into these rooms, we need to unlock them. And the way your body works, it uses hormones like keys. In order to open the door, you have to have the key, and you need it to fit into the lock. The keys are your hormones. The hormone receptor is the lock, and you need both of them. That's the step that is missed in so many areas, even functional medicine practices. They look at getting the good hormones there, but forget about how to keep the healthy locks, and we need both. And then we need to have furniture in the room. If you enter a room and you can't sit in the chairs because they're all broken down, it doesn't do any good to be in that room. And that is actually the cell's ability to respond to the hormones. So we need to have the functioning of the cell to be able to do what the hormone is triggering it to do. We don't just want normal hormone levels, we want our cells and our body's ability to be able to respond to those hormones. You know, the body is so intimately intertwined. One system affects every system. That's actually the reason why traditional medicine is not the best avenue to go down when you're looking for help with your hormones, because they are trained to segment the body into the stomach and the gut is the gastroenterologist, the brain is the psychiatrist, your hormones are the endocrinologist, but everything is so intimately connected. If you have a rusty lock, a beautiful key will not open the door. The thing that causes the rust in the lock is inflammation. Inflammation from prolonged high stress, from toxins, and from infections. Traditional medicine is great if you break your leg or you have an infection, but if it's really acute care medicine and anything else that is long-term, they want to ease suffering, but they do it by masking symptoms rather than getting to the underlying root cause. And so I think that the doctors mean really well, they just don't have the right tools. When I realized that and I left traditional medicine and started my own practice, I had learned so many things about functional medicine, and I was so excited. This was now about 10 years ago. Okay, I'm going to help so many people. We're going to clean up their gut, we're going to reduce stress, and I'm going to optimize their hormones. I was checking labs and giving hormone medications to people and helping them clean up their diet. A lot of them got better. But then Kim came into my office and she was exhausted. She actually missed multiple family vacations with her middle school age children because she couldn't keep up. She would send her husband and the kids away on fun spring break excursions because she was feeling like she had no energy and she would just be in the way. She had already cleaned up her diet. She had done a lot of work. She found me and I did some testing and I found out that her thyroid was not optimized. Okay, we're going to give you thyroid hormone. Her particular issue was that her free T3, which is the active thyroid hormone, it was too low. And she had this reverse T3, which was too high. And that's a test that I felt really good about running because traditional medicine doesn't usually run that test at all. So I was ahead of the game by checking the full thyroid panel. And so I gave her some liothyronine, which is free T3. I was so hopeful that it would be the missing piece for her. Within a week, she actually reached out to me that she felt significantly worse. Instead of just being tired, she was now tired and anxious. She felt like she was wired. She felt like she was in a persistent panic attack. And so the thyroid hormone completely backfired on her. And that was really an aha moment for me in functional medicine that you can't just optimize hormones. You know, when I did the testing thinking, well, maybe I had her on too much thyroid hormone. I didn't. The thyroid hormone was still too low. The issue was she had rusty locks. She had adrenal dysfunction from prolonged stress. She had environmental toxic exposures from mold, and she had an infection from Lyme disease. That is the ultimate rusty lock. So she would not respond as I thought she would to the thyroid hormone. That made me realize that I needed to dig so much deeper with my patients. And it was about so much more than just giving her micronutrients and optimizing hormones. Once we worked together for a while and cleaned those things up, guess what? She didn't even need the thyroid hormone anymore because now her thyroid worked better. And instead of going down the bad pathway of making the reverse T3 instead of the free T3, she was making the active hormone. Oh, it took about a year, but I remember the day she walked in my office and She had a huge smile on her face. She gave me a big hug and she said, I'm back. And she had just come back from spring break where she went kayaking and canoeing with her family. It was because instead of just trying to optimize labs, we worked on the whole thing. We cleaned up her locks. We worked on reducing inflammation, curing infections, helping her body heal from the environmental toxin of mold. And she was much better.